People often ask, what is the British character? Well, it seems to have become a character in which we are so obsessed with what's happening on the domestic front and can't wait to uncover another scandal that we are totally ignoring what's happening in the rest of the world. Once again, what are the headlines this morning? Oh, the royals have been giving out titles for cash, patronage. You want to be a knight? Come to us, give us the right amount of money, and we'll make sure that it happens. Well, maybe it did, and maybe it didn't. And history will tell us whether that's so. But the fact of the matter is, we are being warned by our allies, the Americans and the Europeans, that the Russians, even though they seem to have eased back a little bit at the moment, are still at the door of the Ukraine, that up to 7,000 new troops have been moved in, while nominally they've moved some back, and that Putin is ready to step over into Ukraine just at the nod of a hat. And do we care? No. What we're doing is we're picking on our own head of state, our own system of governance, and relishing the fact that they seem to be making every wrong step that you possibly could. Well, at least I think it's the Daily Mirror has said, come on, the monarch is clean. The monarch is pure. Let's stop all this navel gazing and start to look at what's happening in the world. At one time, we were leaders in the world. Yes, we've always been critical of ourselves, but being critical and reveling in gossip and reveling in the fact that one sector of our society or another that we just don't happen to fancy at any given time is stepping out of line. These things must be investigated, but they must be of secondary importance while the heathen is at the gates, if you want to put it that way. I'm not suggesting for one moment that Christian Russia is a heathen, but it is a power that is frightening. It is a power that is threatening. It is a power that has grown. It's a power that wants empire. And if we don't start to concentrate on that, we'll be part of that empire before you know it. Can't happen? Isn't it funny how we read history for a while? We read about what happened in Germany in the 1930s and ultimately the early part of the 1940s. We read what happened in Russia in the early part of the 20th century. We read what's happened in various other countries to bring them under one yoke or another. And then we totally ignore the experience of history and we go merrily on our way, biting ourselves in the backside because we can't stop gossiping. We can't stop reveling in the fact that our leaders are behaving in an unseemly manner. Let's smack their fingers. Let's put them under investigation. But let's not make it the number one and enjoy it so much. You can walk down any high street in the country at the moment and start to talk about what happened in Germany in the 1930s, and you'll get a blank stare. That's how we've treated these major issues in our past history. In the time that I've been alive, that have happened, that have changed, made a signal change in the way that we live, in the way that we view things. It seems that we're not teaching these things anymore. It seems that we don't care about these things anymore. And actually what we've got is we've got a whole bunch of people who want to change the face of history. Please don't let us find out about that because it's rather nasty. Well, life is nasty and it's going to get nastier if we don't stop navel-gazing, if we don't stop actually getting off the pot and starting to look at things outside our own country and outside our own gossip circle. My God, the coffee shop's set. Yap, 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 yap. The Russians are at the gates. Oh yes, where did you get your nappies? Oh, I wanted to say it, but I won't. Okay, I'll see you in 15 minutes or so. Yes, with Andrew Sloan, lovely barber, who is actually always gives a different point of view to me. So you can get some suggestion of what's true and what's not. Okay, till 15 minutes. Toodle pip.